we have some exciting new stuff to show you. First we'll introduce the team, and then we'll take you through some of the last things you're going to see in 2008, and then give you a sneak peek of 2009.
We just came out at a Tite Kubo panel, where unfortunately we were not allowed to take any footage or photography of any kind. This seems to be a typical rule with Japanese guests. However, Jeremy's question was picked to be asked, and it's on the live blog if you want to do it, and it was picked specifically because he represented us, Anime Diet. And that is probably a big victory for us in many ways. We got in on the strength of our name. So thank you, Ray, for coming up with that name, Anime Diet, and we hope that this will get us even better press access in the future. This is the line for J Michael Straczynski, the creator of Babylon 5. I'm in a better place in line than I was yesterday for Robot Chicken, though. It's the same room. Hopefully the people before in the panel are going to vacate, and I think they're a little more likely to vacate considering how it's more about Xbox original content.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Warner's television division has never really understood Babylon 5. They never got what they had. This could have been, their Star Trek. And they would always periodically check to see if there was an audience for it. So for instance, we did this series, they always said there may not be an audience for anything other than Star Trek. That's what they said. And we disproved that. And they said, well, let's put out the show on VHS. And they said, there's no audience for it, it's not going to sell. They put out one VHS to test the waters. Gone, So then they put out more and they were all gone, bought. Then the DVDs came along. And we said, put them out in DVDs, and Warner's persisted for ages. So I said, well, they have those VHS, and there's no audience for DVDs. I'm talking to a goldfish. How the hell did I get here? What am I doing here? But I think it really is, to whatever extent I can be a model for anyone, and by the way, except for modeling for the Frankenstein statue, I wouldn't really apply, that if I can do this, anybody can follow their dreams and get there, once you decide what those dreams are and how much they matter to you. And that's kind of my mission statement wherever I go, is to tell folks who sat in these chairs, as I used to sit when I came to Comic-Con, while going to San Diego State and working afterward and trying to get a gig. It's funny, but if you believe enough in your work, and you have a modicum of talent and persistence, son of a gun, it can work out sometimes. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And when you leave the convention, and you put your costumes away, and go back to the mundane world, remember that. And remember to keep your passions intact, keep the things that give you joy intact, and to fight for things that matter to you. And if you want to write stories, write stories on draw books, even if it's just for yourself. Keep your passions alive, because we unlearn the things that are important to us. We fall victim to the tyranny of reasonable voices. And that's my opening statement, and I'll take it from there. But we have to learn, and it's the longest and the hardest thing for a writer to learn, is that no, it's your own voice that makes you a writer. When you hang out with writers, what you discover after a while is they write the way they talk, and they talk the way they write. It's getting out of your own way to be authentic on the page. Writing is just thinking clearly, what is it you want to say, without trying to formalize it or make it literary. Just saying it on the page. The best writing is often the simplest writing. If you talk to your grandfather about what he did during the war, pick one. And he'll start slow and kind of stagger, but eventually a strange sort of eloquence will set in. But he's not thinking about what he's saying, he's just saying. And it's getting out of your own way as writers to hear and to value that inner voice. It's easy to value Harlan Ellison or Ray Bradbury, H. Lover, because you know that they're successful. But you have to value your own perspective as well and listen to that inner voice. And if you can do that, you can save yourself years in the process. And as a writer and as an artist too.
We've decided not to do the masquerade because the line is absolutely insane, and I have some things I need to actually take care of tomorrow regarding a job interview that I might be having tomorrow afternoon. So I've decided that we're pretty much going to leave it here. We've gotten lots of signatures: Tite Kubo, J Michael Straczynski, Simon Pegg, and we've met some very interesting folks and a good, interesting look at the entire geek subculture here in North America, not just anime. So anyway, now that we're done, this is Michael Huang signing off for Anime Diet Day 3 Comic-Con 2008.